Get back in line, woman. You think you're tough? The words exploded through the storm as rain hammered down like bullets. Mud splashed beneath heavy boots, and tension tightened across every face and formation. But nothing prepared them for what happened next. Lieutenant Carver, face twisted in fury, slammed his fist into her jaw. The crack echoed like a gunshot. Gasps followed. Men froze, and she didn't move, just blood at her lip, a flicker in her eyes. Calm, cold, unshaken. Her name was Kayla Briggs, and in that moment, Carver didn't realize he just swung at a ghost. A ghost with a record that could silence any room in Washington. But he wouldn't find out who she really was until it was far too late. 3 days earlier, Kayla had stepped onto the evaluation grounds like any other recruit. Quiet, focused, dismissed by most. Whispers circled. Too small, too soft. No way she'd make it through Tier 1 testing. Carver had laughed the loudest. Let her try, he'd said. She'll crack by breakfast. But he didn't know what kind of steel lived beneath that silence. Didn't know about the 5 combat tours, the lives she saved under fire, the mission they classified so deep even her name got erased. He didn't know. She was Navy SEAL, elite, deadly, unbreakable. Day by day, the truth started showing. By the second morning, half the recruits had tapped out. But Kayla pushed harder, carried more weight, ran faster, climbed higher. On day 3, she pulled a 200-pound teammate to the finish line after he collapsed. Still, Carver wasn't impressed. He doubled her punishment drills, gave her fake infractions, made her scrub floors until dawn. She never complained, never spoke, and that silence, that stillness, infuriated him. On day 5, during a submission drill meant to break the week, Carver screamed at her to quit. She wouldn't. He got in her face. She stood taller. And in front of everyone, he snapped, threw a punch, right to the jaw. She didn't flinch, just stared him down, blood dripping into the mud. The air around them turned electric. No one moved, no one dared, but someone had been filming. 2 days later, an unmarked SUV pulled up beside the barracks. A commander stepped out, flanked by 2 silent officers. They walked straight past the mess hall, past the rec yard, right to Carver. No words wasted. Lieutenant Carver, you're relieved of duty, effective immediately. He laughed, confused, still smug. For what? He spat. She disrespected. She's a Tier 1 SEAL, the commander cut him off, with more confirmed missions than years you've been in uniform. And you hit her, on camera. Carver stuttered. Wait, You hit a war hero, the commander said coldly. Your career ends here. And just like that, Carver was cuffed, led away in silence. No salute, no ceremony. Across the yard, Kayla stood in formation, stoic, focused. She hadn't asked for justice. She earned it silently, through strength no one could deny. She didn't need revenge. She had something far more powerful. Discipline, legacy, truth. 1 week later, she addressed the recruits not as a victim, not as a woman, but as a warrior, her voice calm, words deliberate. I didn't come here to be accepted. I came because I don't quit. If that threatens you, step aside. There was no clapping, no cheers, just silence. The kind that means respect. And then, boots snapped together, every head lifted, every back straightened. Kayla never raised a fist. She raised the standard. Because real power doesn't scream. It doesn't need to. It earns, it leads. And when it speaks, people listen. Before we wrap up, tell us in the comments where you're watching from. If this story moved you, hit that like button, share your thoughts, and subscribe to be part of this growing community of dreamers and doers. Your next life-changing story might be just one click away.